So I hope you're all excited to know about everything. So yeah, let's get started. So what IEEE is, I will just start with the standard definition about what IEEE is. It's the world's largest technical professional organization, which is dedicated to advancing technology for the benefit of humanity. So that is what the main IEEE is, and we at the student branch level, we try to help the main IEEE achieve its vision and mission. That's what we do, and we are striving really hard to help the community, be it professional or the student community, to help them connect with the appropriate people, and we help them learn and we help them grow. So that's what basically we do. And so to get you familiar with the how IEEE is structured, basically it's very difficult for an organization to function all over the globe. And since IEEE is spread all over the globe, it is divided into 10 regions, and we are Indian, so we belong to the Asia Pacific region, which is the region 10, and it's the most vibrant and the active region, with many members and many things go on in this region. So yeah, we belong to region 10, and this is the structure of IEEE. As I mentioned before, the main IEEE headquarters is located in New York, and then we have the regions spread all over the globe. And as I mentioned, we belong to region 10, and the region also is a big unit. So what they do is they have this India Council, which takes care of the India region. So we also have, okay, I guess we have some question. Uh, okay, fine. So we have the India region, and it's very difficult for the India Council to take care of the complete India region. So we have particular sections. So these sections take care of their particular geographical unit or the geographical area. So we have Bombay section, Bangalore section, Madras section, Delhi section, who take care of their particular region. And since we are in Bangalore, so we come under the Bangalore section. So that is where we are placed in the complete map of IEEE. So I guess you got a clear picture. And these are a few statistics about how many members we have, how many student members we have, how many sections, which I mentioned, such as the Bangalore section, and how they are spread over the 10 geographical regions, and how many student branches we are. And we are one among the 3,285 student branches, which are in over 100 countries. And we have 39 technical societies, and we have 1,800 annual conferences, about the details of which I'll be getting into the further slides. Okay, so what adds value to your IEEE membership? So the first thing is the knowledge. You get to access research papers, and you get educational resources, which helps you stay current with the advancements happening all over the globe. So you get to know what's happening in America, you get to know what's happening in New Zealand, you get to know what's happening in Australia. So that's all those things are, they'll be placed under one technical magazine, which I'll be talking about later. It's called IEEE Spectrum. So you'll be getting such resources which will help you stay current. And the community. The best thing about IEEE is the community. You get to expand your network, and that's the best part of being a member of IEEE. And profession, you see, once you are a member, you get to interact with the professional members. We also at the student branch level, we try to keep things very professional. This helps you inculcate the professional ethics, which will be useful when you are working at a place where you are going to transform from a student to a professional. So that's where IEEE plays a very important role. And suppose you're really active, you can apply for scholarships, awards, and many more things. And we have competitions, really which take place at the global level competitions. So you can take part in them. You can present paper in your in conferences organized by IEEE, which have like really high value, and they add value to your resume. So these are the few values which IEEE adds to your life. And here are a few personalities who are a part of the IEEE community. So yeah, these are the few things. These are just the points. I'll be getting into each point in detail in the further slides. So these are the reasons why you have to join IEEE. Though there's ocean of benefits, I can just go on talking about IEEE for days, years, because it has helped me so much. But yeah, since because of time constraints, I'm going to talk very less. So these are a few things which are really important, and I think which will help you uh, to know more about IEEE. So first we'll talk about IEEE Collaboratech is nothing but LinkedIn for IEEE members, where you get to connect with mentors. Suppose you're actively, working on some project, you're working on some paper, or be it anything. So you're looking for someone to interact with, get to know who is a person who has worked in that field. So that you have once you become an IEEE member, you have to create an account in IEEE Collaboratech. There will be mentors listed who will be willing, who would have given their profile such that they are, willing to mentor, and they're open for accepting students or something like that. So you can just apply for them, you can ask them, and they'll be ready to help you out. That's how IEEE Collaborative works. So you get to network that way. And IEEE Spectrum, as I mentioned earlier, it's a flagship magazine which has a lot of applications and implications of the new technologies, which will help you stay current about the details. Any minute thing, any new thing which is found, it'll be put in Spectrum. So, you get to know what is happening all around the globe. And you can improvise it, and you can put in your own ideas, and, build a product which can be globally known. So yeah, then we have this IEEE TV, which is a recent thing which has come, and they produce special interest programs which talk about technology, and for engineers and for the general public. So yeah, it's about education technology related programs which will be there, and the membership discounts. And as I mentioned, that IEEE hosts a lot of conferences, around 1,800 plus conferences. So suppose there's a conference which you want to attend, and you're an IEEE member, they charge really less, or it's completely free. So that's the discount you'll be getting as an IEEE member. And the second point is, like, suppose you don't want to join IEEE member, you can join a particular society instead. Like you don't want to be a IEEE member, you can just join Computer Society, or you can just join Power and Energy Society, you can join Signal Processing Society. So we have a lot of societies, so you can join those societies as well. And you get discounts on very wide range of things, and one being the major thing being the conferences, which people pay so much to get into conferences, and if you're an IEEE member, they're gonna charge you really less for conferences. And about the competitions which students really look out for, here are a few competitions which IEEE hosts. So IEEE MATSE, the name itself suggests, it's very clear. It's Mobile Application and Development Contest, which spans for over 6 to 8 months to help students, inspire them, and escalate the mobile applications, and they'll be given tasks to build mobile applications, and which can be escalated globally. And it provides IEEE student members with interesting activity and chance to develop something which is aligned with IEEE's mission, and makes members' lives better, and their membership more valuable. So that is what is the basic idea of having IEEE MATSE contest. And then we have the IEEE Maker Project. It's a new opportunity for creative minds out there to help them transform problems into technological solutions and stuff like that. It's again a global project, open and inclusive, welcoming and ready to all those who want to showcase their technological power, and gain worldwide recognition. So that's what is a maker project, and this is the most important thing which is going on. Like we'll be having Extreme in the month of October. It's the most globally recognized and the popular competition with IEEE host. It's basically a 24-hour competition. It's a coding competition where you'll be given a set of problem statements. This will be a team competition. You can take part in teams, and you'll be having a mentor who will be guiding you, but he will not be helping you directly. He will just guide you. So yeah, and the winners of this competition will be sponsored a trip to IEEE conference anywhere in the world, and they'll take care of taking you to the conference. So it's you have to just put in your effort and win the competition. So that's about it. And IEEE Day, I think many of you participated in the IEEE Day celebrations. So it is just us celebrating as engineers and getting together, showcasing the ideas, sharing ideas on IEEE Day, and making others aware about what IEEE is, what we usually do. That's what IEEE Day mainly focuses on. Every organization has a particular day, so that's how even we have IEEE Day. And this day we really help others know about the community and the organization and such. So this is the we also have a global student website and social media competition. This is usually for the student branches. So what you can do, see, once you become a student member, you can join the website team or the social media team. You can get along and apply from the student branch. This is not individual, so I think student branches apply for these competitions. So you can be a part of the website team and the social media team in the student branch, and then you get to yeah, you can participate and win. So that's the motive of this competition. And then we have epics in IEEE, which gives students a platform to experience a career in engineering while developing devices and system to aid communities around the world. And site basically focuses on the humanitarian projects, and these are the two places where if you apply your projects, you will be getting project funds. So that's what these two are about. And then, as I mentioned, IEEE is for all engineers, and engineering is again a wide domain. So suppose you're interested in a particular domain, we also have particular societies which focus on their particular departments, your particular departments. Like we have the Computer Society and the Power and Energy Society, Nuclear and Plasma Sciences. It focuses on wide range of domains, and we also, some of these can also be connected to pure sciences as well. So at present in our student branch, we have the Computer Society and the Power and Energy Society dedicated for the computer science students and the electrical students, but that doesn't restrict other departments to be a part. Suppose you are interested to join Computer Society, you're most welcome. So that's how it works. So you can join any society you wish for, depending on your domain of interest. And affinity groups. So this affinity groups, we have IEEE Young Professionals and IEEE Women in Engineering. So young professional is basically to recognize the young professionals. In the sense, once you graduate, you're not a complete professional, and you're no more a student. So you're somewhere in between your professional career and the exit of your student career. So this affinity group recognizes those professionals. So you join this young professionals affinity group, and you get to interact with people of your age, and whatever mindset they have, you get to interact and share ideas with them. And the Women in Engineering affinity group focuses on bringing emphasizes on more women who inspire them to take engineering as their career options, because very few women take women engineering as a career option. So it doesn't mean that men are not part of the society. Both men and women work together to help the women to take more career options as engineering. So that is what Women in Engineering focuses on. And Women in Engineering is a free membership. Like once you're a part of the IEEE, you can join Women in Engineering as well, and you can apply for volunteering opportunities there. So we also have councils, and the membership for councils is also free once you're a IEEE member. So whichever is your domain of interest, you can join that particular council. And we have technical communities. So technical communities basically what they do is they like again, they particularly focuses on, again, in computer society. Computer society is again a wide range, like, they have wide range of topics. So here you have particularly people focusing on the blockchain, and again, this is also free. You get to interact with people who are from the blockchain community, big data community. You can get together, work on projects, publish them in the conferences, get recognized, and things like that. So yeah, this is a brief overview about all the things I mentioned. Why do you have to join IEEE? This one slide tells you about the entire thing, about the benefits IEEE gives you. So I guess it was pretty clear. Yeah, so coming to my personal experience, leadership and time management skills. So when I joined IEEE, I was not very sure about what I'm going to be doing in the student branch. But when I saw my seniors working, and when I saw them working so professionally, that motivated me to work, apply for roles and volunteering opportunities. And that's how I uh, grew and how I developed. So, and I have come a long way, to be honest. If I would have met me 1 year ago, I wouldn't be talking like this. That's my personal experience. I've learned a lot. I've interacted with people from different parts of the world, and I've gotten to learn so much. I've learned soft skills. I've learned time management skills. I've learned leadership skills. I have come a long way to be that's my experience. And I have no words to thank IEEE. And I would also say, for the people who are planning to join IEEE, is to keep this one thing clear in mind about your purpose of joining IEEE. Some people want to join IEEE because they want resources. Some people join IEEE because they want to network, or some people are joining IEEE because they have this intention of publishing a paper, or things like that. Whatever is your intention, just be clear with your intention and keep working towards it, and apply for volunteering opportunities. Suppose your domain of interest is to improve your social skills, or soft skills and things like that. So just be clear about it. And yeah, what happens with I also would like to say what happens with your membership fee. So you'll be paying the membership fee to the IEEE main organization, which is placed in the New York, and they will be using that money to organize conferences and things like that. That's how they get the conference money, and a part of it will be given to the sections, and the part of it will be given to the student branches. So that's how your money or your membership fee is getting distributed. And whatever the money the all the organizations get, we try to make sure that the IEEE member, a new member or the past member who's there currently the member, we try to make sure that they're getting complete benefit of their membership. And just hello, okay, was there okay? So yeah, just to tell you guys, there is no point of joining IEEE and saying that if you don't do anything, if you're not active, you can just blame and be like, I paid so much money and I didn't get any benefit. You won't get any benefit unless you're not active. So you gotta be active. You gotta interact with people, and that's how you make more use of membership. And from my perspective, I would like to say the money what I pay and the benefit what I get is nothing in comparison. I try to make sure I get the benefit in first 2 3 months, and like I try to make use of the complete membership without leaving a single bit. So that's how enthusiastic you should be once you join the community. So that's it from my side, and Narmada will be telling you about the events which we have conducted till now. And by the way, this is Likita Madhav MR. I forgot to introduce myself. I currently serve as a secretary of student branch BMS ITNM. So next up, Narmada will be taking over to you, Narmada.
Good evening. So I am Narmada from EC Department 5th SEM and I serve as the treasurer at IEEE Student Branch BMS IT. So basically I'll be talking about all the events which are done in our SB in this year. So we have both technical events and also non-technical events. So first I'll start with the technical events. So in our technical events, we have online technical quiz that is first under the student branch. So this was basically conducted in our Instagram page where we put in questions in the story and there were many who participated. We also gave cash prizes to the winner and the runner, and the main motive was for this was to enhance the technical knowledge. We had webinars like AI, robotic, and automation technology webinar. So this was basically delivered by William Lee, who was an expertise in this domain, and he works in Singapore University. We usually conduct student branch meet, and the main motive for this was for the to welcome all our new members who have joined newly and also help them understand how the student branch works and functions. We usually have some competitions like IEEE Android app contest. So in this, what we basically told the students to do was to build an Android app for our student branch, and the best app out of that was rewarded 1,000 rupees worth goodies. Then getting extreme ready. So as of now, whatever Likita told, we know that extreme is some a popular kind of competition. So to get ready for that, how do we start off and how do we prepare for that? So Mr. Anand Jagdish, who is the secretary of IEEE Computer Society Bangalore section, he gave a talk based on this and also motivated the students how to prepare. So why IEEE? Dr. Abhishek Apaji, who's a professor at BMSCE, so he gave us information about what IEEE is, why IEEE, and also told about how a student or a professional member can reap all the benefits from the membership. Our journey to the center of IEEE Earth. So in this, we had a set of speakers who told about their experience in IEEE and motivated the other students also how to proceed with everything. Culture purpose match. So this was a session by Priska Burkhardt where she spoke about or helped the students to understand what the culture and ethics should be maintained when you are on your working professional thing. Aerial humanoid robotics. Professor Daniel, who is the head of Dynamic Interaction Lab in IIT Italy, so he gave us a knowledge about how the researchers in IIT Italy create a humanoid robots. So this is about the technical events which were conducted this year. Now, when I talk about non-technical events, so I'll also show you few pictures. So the first picture tells about the quiz which was conducted in our Instagram page. This is about the culture purpose match, and the next one is about the webinar of AI and robotics. Now I will tell about few non-technical events. So the first one was My Mic, My Rules. This was like great opportunities to all the students whoever had their stage fear, where we told them come out and talk on any topic whichever you are interested. And we actually saw many students who came out of that fear who spoke whatever they really felt. And then we had self defense workshop. This was mainly organized to help all the girls to overcome their any critical circumstances by teaching them few taekwondo moves, and this was as a part of Women's Day celebration. Then on Mother's Day, what we planned where we had a competition where the students could come up with their creative art or poems or whatever they feel like with in which is connected to their mother. And then we had Memo Mania competition where many students who like actively participated and submitted their memes, which was based on tech. And the best meme out of that, we gave them cash prizes and some IEEE goodies. Then the last one was hopping into the entrepreneurship wagon. So Mr. Lakur, he gave tips to how to be successful entrepreneur and motivated the audience, which was a great session. So suppose in case you feel that you have like missed out these webinars or something, you don't need to worry because you can like it all the videos are recorded and put it in our YouTube channel where you can access it at any time. So these are the pictures which were taken during non-technical events. As this year half of the year went in corona, like it was all virtual. These two events, that is the self defense and My Mic, My Rules, these two were which was held offline. These are the pics. And then next, let us all talk to our volunteers. And I'll give it back to Likita. You can continue it.
Yeah, can we have the volunteers speak, please? Chaitanya and Nirisha, over to you.
Yeah. So, good evening. I am Nirisha of ISC 5th SEM. So, talking about my experience in IEEE. So, I really did not knew anything about IEEE. I just knew that we will get some resources for completing projects, publishing our projects, and many such stuffs. So, it has been just 3 to 4 months that I have been to this family, and in this short span, it has helped me in building my interpersonal skills and many other technical aspects. So here I got a opportunity to meet a lot of people from our college of other department whom I never knew before. It has made me feel good by meeting these people. They have helped me in many technical aspects, and they have encouraged me in participating in events and many other stuffs. So I hope joining this community will surely help you. And maybe unfortunately due to this pandemic, we are meeting virtually. I think once college begins, our bond becomes even more stronger. So I strongly say that if you want to see difference in yourself, then I think you have to join IEEE. And to conclude my words, I proudly say that I am proud to be an IEEE member. Yeah, thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Chaitanya Manoj Turmari. I'm a 5th semester Information Science Engineering student at BMSIT. So I became a part of IEEE family during the April of this year. I joined IEEE without having much of an idea about it. The main driving force for me to join IEEE was actually PBL. As we need to make projects every semester, I thought IEEE will cater a platform for exploring research papers and trending technologies. It's a sure fact that IEEE will always help us to be technologically updated, but little did I know that IEEE had opened a door for numerous opportunities. So the main perks of joining IEEE and IEEE CS chapter is actually volunteering. So I was given an opportunity to volunteer for video editing, poster making, and content writing. So the promo videos and the posters for a workshop of fest were just not mere videos or pictures anymore for me. I started looking at things at a different perspective than how I used to look at them before. So I got to know how much of effort is put into the making of a video or a poster, and how much effort is put into for coming up with a particular theme or idea. So I started learning about how to be more creative, innovative, and I started learning more about choosing background colors, layouts, font families, which promote the theme. I started learning to write those contents, which is brief, crisp, yet eye-catching. So while we write articles on a particular topic, before we write an article on our own, we almost refer to around 15 blogs. So it has also broadened my horizon about technologies. Then very recently, I was also given an opportunity to host a webinar on human aerial robots. So where I learned about the event management skills and also explored about robotics. And I connected with the members of IEEE family also. So, in a nutshell, when it comes to me, so IEEE has helped me to connect with people, collaborate, and interact with them. And it has helped me to exchange ideas and socialize among them. And when we start attending the events outside our student branch, we'll also grow our professional network manifold. So we'll learn about teamwork and team spirit also. And when we attend many workshops and seminars, we'll get to meet and interact with the resource persons from the industries and academia as well. So it will enhance our time management skills our multitasking skills, and we'll start becoming more self-confident. We'll start taking up the initiation, and it will also enhance our leadership skills. So I would say that IEEE has played an important role in making me a better individual. So if you, I was this introvert kind of a girl who used to lead a monotonous routine 6 months before. But now I lead an exciting life after joining IEEE. I've improved my creative skills, managing skills, soft skills. I've become more responsible, and I lead my life more productively. So I encourage everyone over here to become an IEEE member at the student branch of BMS IT. And I also encourage you to take up the CS chapter or the PS chapter in our college. Thank you.
Thank you, Chaitanya and Nirisha. Next up, we have Rubini, who will be giving insights about the computer society.
Yeah. Can you hear me, Adikita?
Yes, I can hear you. Just a second. I'll mute myself.
Yeah, I welcome everyone here. Yeah, let's see, as you have seen what IEEE is and what it gives, let's see why IEEE is a computer society chapter. Next slide, please, Nikita. Yeah, you have various benefits in this. Here it goes, the first benefit. We have something that called skill choice, which is very similar to NPTEL and Coursera. The skill choice is mainly provided by IEEE Computer Society for the student members to learn new technologies and the computer society field and enhance their skills. I will brief you more about it in the later slides. Next comes Computer Society Digital Library. I hope you all know about IEEE Explore. It is very similar to IEEE Explore, but IEEE Computer Society Digital Library, it is very much freely accessible to all the CS members, because you can access it anywhere, anytime, at free. Because IEEE Explore, you can access it free as an IEEE member, but you can download any PDFs or access any research paper only through your college Wi-Fi. But you have 30 days this thing. But yeah, but Computer Society Digital Library is totally free of cost, free for CS members. Next comes the 3 prestigious scholarships, which is the main benefit of IEEE Computer Society. I will brief you on this about it later. Magazines. You have various magazines on different topics of computer fields, but the 2 main magazines of Computer Society is Computing Edge and Computer Magazine, which is the major flagship monthly magazine. Yeah, I'll tell you more on this. Networking is the best thing in Computer Society, because you get to reach more professionals here. You are invited to IEEE Bangalore chapter. You have various execom. You will need to meet all the execom people of CS chapter. It's so much good to meet them that when you meet them, they help you in all perspective. They help you in whenever you first meet them, then introduce yourself, then you get to get help from them at any cost. And also you get to go to World Trade Center, where you meet various CEOs of all these startups and other professionals there. It's so nice to network with those professionals and build your network, because that helps you in developing your project and guidance to your projects. That's how networking helps here. And volunteering opportunities. There are n number of volunteering opportunities in IEEE Computer Society, and also at Bangalore level, India level, and Asia level, and also global level. We have few volunteering people at IEEE Computer Society. Those are firstly, I say Swati Sandhya. She is the REN scholar. She won the REN scholar, and she is the ambassador for Asia level, and she guides all our other student members to taking up the scholarship and other things. And also we have next Arish Kumar and Swati Sandhya again in the Compute newsletter national level, where they are working under content team and documentation team. And also we have Sai Sparsha and Nikita Madhav, who are working under national level Computer Society Symposium under documentation team and a campus ambassador. That's really great. These are the volunteering opportunities you get, and many more volunteering opportunities you have in the Computer Society. And next, flagship events. We have various flagship events by Bangalore chapter. Now recently, there's a flagship event on deep learning and AI, which will be announced soon. Like they are planning for by Bangalore chapter. Next slide. Yeah, when it comes to Computer Society is the one-time gateway to all your research, articles, magazines, and many more. You have many things in this library, and we have many research papers on unique technical topics, articles on latest technology, and also we have various magazine titles. We have 6 lakh technical papers and articles in this, and 5,200 conference publications here. Yeah, as I earlier said, if you are a CS member, you don't need to pay anything for it. You have free, unlimited access to it. That's how Computer Society Library helps you. Next slide. Yeah, next you have, as everyone knows, computer is a vast area. You have various fields. So there are various magazines under different fields, but 2 main computer magazine and computing edging. Computer magazine is the monthly magazine, which focuses on mainly articles written for computer by researchers and practitioners, and it mainly focuses on practical ideas and more technical substance. And Computing Edge, this is a monthly magazine which always keeps you update on latest technology, and it will never provide you the previous technology. It is always advancing the new technologies and new spectrum. That's how Computing Edge magazine helps you. Next slide. Yeah, this is like something great, because we have various societies, fields in it. So when you want something like AI, so when you ask for it, you get for it. When you ask Computer Society, you get that particular course. Like, for example, if you take AI, you have n number of courses, you have n number of books available, certifications available in it. That's how it helps you. This is how on-demand training works. When you ask for some particular field, that is what got you. Next slide. Yeah, as I said earlier, Skillchoice is an online learning platform like Coursera, which is provided mainly by Computer Society chapter. So you have n number of certifications on security, network professional, data center, and also you have certifications by Linuxplex and NetworkPlex, and you have various certifications. That's how it goes. Yeah, next slide. You have different fields in Computer Society. Under different fields, you have different small communities. For example, I am interested in mathematical model. I have joined few mathematical model communities, where they update me via mails about the events happening on mathematical model, and also the articles and magazines. That's how these special technical communities comes and play vital role in Computer Society. Next slide. Yeah, this is the major benefit of Computer Society. First one is Richard E. Merwin Student Scholarship. This is mainly to honor students for their active volunteering opportunities and recognize them for their volunteering and academic performance. Yearly, you have 2 cycles, spring and fall cycle, which comes under April and September, and around 36 people are selected, and 18 under fall cycle and 18 under spring cycle, and each student is awarded with $1,000 scholarship. And the deadline is every year is April 30 and one cycle, and September 30 is the other cycle. and it is designed, and as I said, it is designed to recognize the students for volunteering opportunities and academics. The next thing comes Lance Stamford Larson Paper Contest. This is mainly to recognize people who are who write papers, research papers. For it is mainly for those people, and yearly they select two people. They select two people, and they are awarded. Whoever gets selected, they are awarded with $500 scholarships, and every year the deadline is October 31st. Next scholarship is Epsilon Pi Epsilon Honors Society. This is to encourage people for their academic performance, like for whoever gets 9 and 10 CGPA, and also who have greater expertise in their project things. That's how for those students it recognizes them the most. So every year we have only one, so $1,000 for each. So next comes what we do in our chapter. We have planned many events like collaborative events with other student branches and chapters. We have already done our first collaboration with our Madras section people. So later we are planning more collaboration with other student chapters and branches. And we also planned like panel discussion, coding carnival, fun events, and Friday Facts series of webinars. These are the things we have planned. We really want new members to handle these things so that you develop some skills and all the interpersonal skills. That's what we want. Like these all are the things we plan, but we really want the new members to access it, to handle it. Next slide. As everyone knows, we have various events did, like Sandeep Jain. We had various speakers by Sandeep Jain and Arpit Kaur ma'am from Microsoft and other people. We had most of the past events. Yeah, that's all. Last thing I tell everyone, always promise yourself that when you join Computer Society, you build yourself, brand your skills, and get involved with the student branch and professional get involved yourself with the student branch. That's how you build your skills, and always build your network and build your skills. As I said, yeah, the more quality connection in your network, the more opportunity to find the right contact to help move your career forward, making connecting part of your routine. Next slide. Yeah, for any contact, please contact Swati or myself, or for any queries to join a Computer Society. If you have any queries, please contact us. We are here to help you join Computer Society. And also, yeah, Computer Society cost is $8, but we have a discount code which is not released yet, but we'll surely announce it soon. Yeah, that's how you get discounted to $4. Yeah, that's how you can gain the thing. We'll surely say. Thank you.
I now request PS chapter to take over the session.
Yeah, so hi guys, I think it's refreshing to finally see someone speak instead of just the display pictures going like that, So yeah, anyway, so hi guys, my name is Shiladitya Banerjee. I am the Vice Chair of IEEE Power and Energy Society here at BMS ITNM. And I am currently in my 5th semester pursuing ECE. Yeah, so I am here to tell you the benefits of IEEE PES and why you should be joining them. Firstly, a little bit about IEEE PES. So the Power and Energy Society, also known as PES, it provides the world's largest forum for sharing the latest technological developments in electrical power industry. So yes, PES has the leading pioneers of the world regarding the electrical power industry. So any new advancements that are there in this industry, IEEES is a huge contributor to it. Can we have the next slide, please? So yeah, so as you have already been told, IEEE has various societies. You know, you have your computer society, computational intelligence, communications, signal processing, robotics and automation, and so on and so forth. And as a member of PES, it gives me, great pleasure to tell that in Power and Energy Society is the second largest IEEE society that is there. A little bit about the history. It was established in the year 1884 with 40, and it has about 40,000 members worldwide. We have 250 plus local chapters in across 10 global regions. As Likita would have said in her very initial slides, chapters are basically where these societies are currently working, and regions is basically how IEEE is divided into many different places. And these are all our gallows of IEEE. We have 400 plus standards, and we have a lot of conferences per year. The next slide, please. So yes, so as you know, IEEE has many societies, and IEEEPS is in close association with a lot of these societies that include Industrial Electronics Society, the Industry Applications Society, the Power Society, and Electrical Installation Society. So what we at PES do, and we have some major initiatives at PES, and those are, your IEEE Smart Cities, your IEEE Smart Grid, and your IEEE Smart Village. Yes, next slide, please. Yes, so doing the main topic, right? So what are the benefits that you get being a part of IEEE PES? So you should know that, any stream or any domain that you are into, you need to know, all the current trends. Like if you are a CS or an IS student, you need to know stuff like, blockchain, AI, ML, all of that stuff. But can you have a presentation still going? Yeah. But if you are into, electrical or electronics or even mildly interested, you need to know all the current trends and aspects of that particular domain, and that's what Power and Energy Society does to you, all right? And Power and Energy Society, what they do is they send you out magazines, and I'm not just telling it. This is what I got the other day. Can you see this? Yeah, this is what I got the other day. I get one every month, and which keeps me, in par with what is going on in the industry, and that is the domain that I am interested in. So also what being a part of a PES society gives you is a chance to attend flagship conferences. All right. So let me tell you one thing. One of the biggest benefits that is with PES or IEEE in general is, you get to network. All right. So let me tell you, a year back, I had no clue. I was just another. I was all set to become just another engineer. But right now, a year after, fast forward a year, I know exactly what I want to do. I want to do my MTech. I know from where I want to do it, and I also know which program I want to choose. So what changed in this one year? IEEES is what happened. So this is what power of networking does to you. So what IEEES does is it helps you network at different levels. So the first level where you get to network is, in your society itself with other fellow members and also your execom. All right. They have already achieved something in their own domains, and they are always ready to help you in what you have to do in your careers. And it's just a matter of asking them. That's all. And always remember that just because you are taking a membership doesn't mean that everything great is going to happen to you. You have to be active. You will get whatever you want to get, but you have to be active. So the second level which you can actually increase your networks is, volunteering. Yes. So let me tell you one thing about IEEE or IEEEPS is what we basically do, we are volunteers for a cause, and let no one tell you otherwise. All we do is volunteer for the good. All right. So what happens when you go for volunteering is, one, you get to be a part of those events and all the talks that are going on there. Second, you meet people with similar interests. When you meet people with similar interests, you get to know about their opportunities. You get to know about their experiences, and the more you know, the more you grow. All right. And the third is, imagine now you are hosting a webinar and you are a part of PES. So we are going to get in touch with a person, all right? And you can use any tool, you could use mail, you could LinkedIn them, anything. So when you network with these professionals, you get to know a lot from them, all right? Actually, I would say you just the fact of reaching them is a kind of learning in itself. So that's networking for you. Another thing that we as peers do is, I would say, we build leaders, all right? So all of us are going to go into a professional organization. And let me tell you one thing, any professional organization is not looking for just another employee. They're looking for someone who is going to bring something new to the table every time. In short, they are looking for leaders. And let me tell you, like this time, our term comes to an end. That is me as the vice chair of IEEE, and Shubham, who's the chair of IEEE, she's behind the screen right now, and also Harshad Bhatt, who is the secretary. Our term has come to an end. So we are looking for new leaders. And if you are a part of IEEE PS, you get the opportunity of being a leader. And being a leader comes with the advantage of just you know how to conduct yourself, you know how to communicate, you know how to work as a team. And I'll tell you personally what it has done. I get I got the name of being the vice chair of something as esteemed as IEEE PES. Now this thing takes my profile to the next level. It adds on to my software skills. It adds it just makes me stand out and has taken my LinkedIn game to the next level. That much I can assure you. It'll do it to you too. So we create leaders. And also there's another benefit where if you're doing projects in your particular domain, and if you are, let's say you're writing a research paper, we at IEEE, we have all the resources out here to help you out. So can we have the next slide, please? Yeah. So what have we done so far in for our term in IEEE? And these are a few of the things. First is we had a webinar on AI applications in electrical engineering and career opportunities by Mr. Shishi Shekhar. Shishi Shekhar is working with MathWorks, the creators of MATLAB, obviously you know that. Then we had a bunch of online quizzes, and also this is the highlight of our term, and this is going to be the next big thing. We are doing an ideathon. If you don't know what an ideathon is basically where you're given a problem statement. Our problem statement is clean energy resources, and you will be put in a team, and you have to come up with a solution in the next 2 or 3 days. So that's what we're doing, and this is a big collaboration with the Melton Foundation. Yes, PES, PMSITNM is collabing with Melton Foundation, and also the innovators, also with our college. So the next slide, please. Yeah. So being a part of IEEE PS, it gives you all the benefits that I've already told, and it's just so much more. And trust me, no one should be missing this opportunity. Especially if you are from electrical, if you're from electronics, you should definitely not be missing this opportunity. And also, if you're from any other branch and you have the slightest interest in power, energy, and electrical related subjects, you should definitely take up the membership of IEEE. And what's more is that the first year of a membership is absolutely free. So what I would suggest you guys to do is just take it with both hands open, both limbs open, whatever. Just take this opportunity. It's the best thing which can ever happen to you. And I hope the next time that I actually speak with you guys, I speak with you as fellow IEEE members. That is our code. Thank you so much. Have a great Sunday.
Thank you, Shiladitya. So I guess many of you are wanting to know how to join IEEE. So Narmada will just give one slide, which has one slide has the complete process of how you can join IEEE. So I guess Narmada can take over and make people familiar about how to join IEEE.
Yeah, so how to join IEEE? There's go to the website www.ieee.org. So it asks for all the details. So you have to first create an account. So create an account by filling all the details. There's a tab called membership where you can click join IEEE. So under that, join. See, there are you can be a student or a professional. No, so just click on student, enter all the personal details, and the college name will be BMS Institute of Technology. So once you enter all the details, in case if you want to like join any of the societies, click the society whichever you want to join, or else proceed to checkout. So there's an option called printable PDF. So once you take a printout of the PDF, then you can do the payment directly like using net banking. And once you're done with everything, you get an IEEE membership number. So have that safely. You'll be using it for like the further for the next 1 year. And also, if any doubt, you can contact us on how to proceed with it. That's all.
Guys, if you have any queries, you can drop a mail to any of the volunteers you know here, or you can send a mail to IEEE@bmsit.in, and we will get in touch with you and help you join the organization. So that was all about today's session. So if you guys have any queries, feel free to ask them. So yeah, I guess if you have any queries, please drop a mail at IEEE@bmsit.in, or you can contact any one of us. So thank you guys. Have a great Sunday ahead. I know it's already done. So yeah, stay safe wherever you are. Yeah, see you. Bye. Take care, guys.
Nikita, there's a question in the chat box.
Okay, so the membership fees, so basically we have, this is the best time for joining IEEE. So currently as a student member, the only IEEE membership fee is $27, and $1 is equal to 73 rupees. So you can just calculate that. So this is the right time to join IEEE, because once, if you join IEEE now, your membership will be valid till December 2021. And so you can also get the membership, suppose you want to wait, and you can get the membership in March. So if you join in March 2021, the membership price will be reduced to half. That will be $13.5. And you can, your membership will be valid only till December 2021. So that's the membership fees, and PS is free for the first year. And you can join Computer Society in March as well, because the membership fee of all the societies is gonna reduce to half in March. So Computer Society will be $4 in March, and PS will be free for the first year membership. So that's the fee of IEEE. So any more questions?
Computer Society membership. Is actually $8, and we will provide you with a discount code very soon. It's not decided yet, and yeah, after using that discount, you can use that discount to reduce your membership fee to $4. That's all. And feel free to contact us.
Yeah, as and when we get the discount codes from the upper organizations, we will let you know about the discount codes. So, but this is fixed. Like, you know, if you join now, it'll be $27. In March, it'll be $13.5. So you can take up the membership, whichever is convenient for you. So yeah, I guess we are good to end the meeting. I think you, Gaurav, you can stop recording. Thank you, guys. Okay, no discount. Okay. Yeah, you don't get any discount for the main IEEE membership.